Hello and welcome everyone. I hope this message finds you fit and fine. Today in our Lakshmikant series contest, we need to talk about UPSC. Mentioned in part 14 of Indian Constitution is starting from Article 315 to 323. Now, here's a tip for you. Whenever you have to revise any topic of Indian polity, open the first page and look back. Look back in your memory. What you actually covered broadly in this chapter. For example, UPSC. So what is the status? It's a constitutional body mentioned in Indian Constitution, right? What about the composition? So composition is a heading, right? Within composition, what you covered? Okay, so is there a specific number mentioned in Indian Constitution about the composition? What is the appointment process? Who appoints these members? Then how they are removed? What about the functions of UPSC? What are the limitations of UPSC? What provisions we can say give independence, required independence to UPSC, right? So in this way, you will remember the broad structure of the chapter. And when you have to recollect this information for solving a question, it will be easier for you, okay? Apart from this, always remember some areas where UPSC play some traps, some twists, okay? So this way you will have better integration with the content. Now, let's start. So UPSC is a central recruiting agency. Means prime purpose is to conduct examination, release merit list and tell government that these people are fit for this particular position. Now, it is on the government whether to appoint you or not. What does it mean? It means recommendation of UPSC is not mandatory on government. Although UPSC is an independent constitutional body. Please remember, independent constitutional body. Now talking about composition, numbers. Constitution has not specified any specific number. When it comes to appointment, they are appointed by President, okay? And maximum tenure can be 6 years and by age it can be 65 years. Here it is mentioned. Generally the composition is between 9 to 11 members. Now what about qualification? Constitution has not specified qualification as well. Although half the members of this UPSC board should be employees of central state government, at least they should have served for 10 years. In case chairman position remains vacant, in this case, president can appoint any member of UPSC as acting chairman. Now removal. Please remember, there are 4 grounds of removal. Only 4 grounds which are mentioned in Indian Constitution. Number 1, insolvency, bankruptcy. It means if the concerned member or chairman is having such a huge loan that by his or her known sources of income, that person cannot repay back. So what does it mean? That this person is actually near bankruptcy. So do you think that person can be trusted for such a crucial job? No, right? There can be a chance of corruption, right? So that is why this can be a ground of removal. Apart from this, paid employment. If you are a chairman of UPSC, you cannot simultaneously come to any coaching and give lecture and have some payment, okay? Although after that, you can come and give guidance. This happens, right? But during tenure, if you are doing such thing, then you can be removed, okay? So 2. Now third one, infirmity of mind and body. If due to some mind problem, brain problem or say body problem, you are not able to fulfill your responsibilities. So this can be a ground for removal. And 4th one is misbehavior. Now for misbehavior, it is not defined what misbehavior means. So in this case, President has to consult Supreme Court. It is binding. You have to consult Supreme Court. And the advice given by Supreme Court to the President, whether this person has actually committed this misbehavior. Now this advice is binding on President. Please remember, there can be a question from here. UPSC has asked such statements earlier, okay? So in short, you can remember by this mnemonic, IEMM. I means insolvency, E means employment related removal, M means mind and M means misbehavior, okay? Now, independence of UPSC. Number 1, the members and chairman are given security of tenure. It means they can be removed only on the basis, these 4 bases which we have discussed. President cannot remove any member or chairman on whims and fancies or any advice given by Council of Minister, like in case of removal of governor. So there's a difference. Governor position is not having security of tenure. Governor of state I'm talking about. Okay, but they are having security of tenure. Apart from their salaries and allowances, they are charged on Consolidated Fund of India. Right? It means there is security there as well. Otherwise, by fluctuating these salaries and allowances, you can actually arm twist the person who is member of the board. Right? So such things should not happen. Now attempt this question. Consider the following statements. Members of the commission are not eligible for appointment at all after retirement or removal. Chairman is also not eligible for appointment in any job after retirement or removal in the country. Which of the following statements are true? Come on, attempt. We have not discussed it, but attempt. Because there's a rule in psychology, if you commit mistake and you get the right answer here and now, then there are greater chances that you're not going to forget it. And that's our purpose, right? Now, attempt. First of all, let's identify the gaps. Members of the commission are not eligible for appointment at all after retirement or removal. This is wrong. You know why? Because members can be appointed as chairman of UPSC, right? As well as chairman of SPSC, State Public Service Commission. Means elevation can happen, right? Now, chairman is not eligible for appointment in any job after retirement. Some of you might be thinking, this seems correct. Oh, you think so? What about this any job? Any job. Don't you think it is quite a broad term? Is it not possible that chairman of UPSC after retirement, that this person starts pursuing some academic career, say becoming professor in a university where he was or she was earlier serving? So any job is wrong. The word any job is wrong. You cannot limit his actually freedom to earn livelihood, right? So that is why answer is D, means neither. Okay, none of these are correct. I've given you the explanation already. Now, functions and role. So prime purpose, recruitment. So all India service, central service and public services like IAS, IPS, for that you have one exam, right? Civil service exam. Then IAS, IRS, IFS and many others. Means these are the positions. Apart from this, UPSC can also actually help states in joint appointment. Okay. And through the civil service exam, people are also get recruited in provincial service, civil services. For example, DENIPS, Delhi Andaman Nicobar, you can say cadre service. SE DENIPS, similarly. Delhi Andaman Nicobar Island Police Service. Okay. So it is commissions to make, apart from this, UPSC also make rules and regulations for appointment, removal, promotion and so on. So please remember, this is also a role of UPSC. It's not like UPSC is just going to recommend that this person is fit for this job, now my job is done. No. If you've done some adventures in your job, means huge corruption charges are leveled against you and inquiry proves, yes, this person has done such thing. So in this case, UPSC will actually have some rule. Means your file is going to be moved from the state in which you are serving, or even in central government if you are serving, your file is going to be moved to UPSC as well. Okay, so UPSC has role in removal as well. Because suspension and removal are different now. Suspension can be done by state government as well, wherever you are serving. Okay, as an IAS officer, IPS officer. Suspension is temporary. We are talking about removal, termination from service. There, UPSC has a role. Now, the commission looks after disciplinary matters. The commission gives annual report to Honorable President, what you have done in the whole year. The role and functioning of UPSC are like that of watchdog of merit system. Watchdog of merit system, why it is said that? So that in these key positions, people who truly deserve to this system of examination, they should reach these positions. Because if we go back, in the time when Public Service Commission was not introduced in India, I'm talking about the time of Britishers, I'm talking about Charter Act 1853. Before that, what was happening? Recommendation was given, idea was actually floated in Charter Act 1833 as well, but it could not materialize. So before that, in these key civil service positions, those people were appointed who were in good terms of the court of directors who were sitting in Britain. means the shareholders of the company, they were having say, okay, I'm going to appoint this person as district collector. Okay, such things were happening, but now this could not happen because now we have Public Service Commission. Now, when it comes to limitations, there are some areas where UPSC's consultation is not mandatory. For example, providing reservation for the appointment of some backward classes. If certain SC and STs are setting claim regarding some appointment, in this case also UPSC's consultation is not mandatory. Selection of chairman of other commissions and tribunals. There are a number of commissions which actually government make, right? For example, this NCW, National Commission for Women, NHRC. So these are commissions which are there. But time to time government also constitutes some ad hoc commissions for inquiring in particular purpose. So there it is not mandatory that you need to consult UPSC. Similarly in case of tribunals as well as in Group C, Group D services. With regard to selection of temporary officiating positions, for example, if you are being hired in a particular position for 1 year, then it is not necessary that you have to go through UPSC. Okay. Constitution states that President, in respect of All India Service, Central Service, may make certain rules, right? It is possible, and it is not mandatory that President has to consult UPSC. But in this case, if you make such rules, you have to present such proposals before Parliament as well within this 14 days. Okay, and President and Parliament has power to amend such proposals, such rules, or repeal them, remove them. Now, these are the articles related to UPSC. Factual thing. Now attempt this question. The President can remove the chairman of UPSC from office under which of the following circumstances? We have discussed 4 bases on which removal can happen. Adjunct insolvent, I, we discussed it. If he engages during the term of office in any paid employment, E, we discussed it, right? So IE means we are talking about both 1 and 2. Apart from that, MM, mind, right? And what? Misbehavior. So D means both are correct. You know this already. Now, which one of the following is not function of UPSC? Not. Conduct examination for appointment of service, right? Consultation, disciplinary matter, method of recruitment, manner of reservation. It is not function, right, of UPSC. Which of the following the first Indian chairman of the UPSC, means Public Service Commission? So these kind of factuals are also asked by UPSC sometimes. H.K. Kripalani. So you should remember, you need a Kripa of UPSC, right? And the first Indian chairman of UPSC was Mr. Kripalani. Okay, H.K. Kripalani. Clear? Oh, so there is a information for you that StudyIQ main channel, StudyIQ Education, has achieved this remarkable feat of 12 million subscribers with your love and support. So now this is a time for giveaway, and if you download this StudyIQ app, so for 12 hours there's some giveaway going on there. Means students are given free gifts which are going to complement in your UPSC preparation. For example, books. So I would advise you to log into this StudyIQ app and find what surprise is waiting for you. If you have any question and you want to connect with me, then you can connect with me on this Instagram handle, and this PDF is going to be available to you in this Telegram group. See you.